just like I could just sit here and nap. I'm so tired from this last weekend.
Well, don't do it. Not yet.
No.
We got stuff to talk about.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
And nowadays, when are we going to start seeing like metal detector searches at comedy shows?
That's escaped my why the reasoning why hasn't that happened yet? I mean, that's just logical.
You know? Yeah.
That's just really logical at this point in time, because people, the truth is, if people are going to complain about, their right to weapons and all this stuff, their gun rights and all this crap, well, then guess what? Then you should be okay with metal detectors in businesses as soon as you enter, or even being locked out until they let you in to make sure that they're safe. Because in order for you to carry a gun, to walk around freely with weapons, we know that there's going to be a certain amount of element that shouldn't have the weapons, and they're going to still frequent these venues as well. So everybody's still in harm, regardless of whether you have a weapon or not. Sometimes it's about who draws first. So if the bad guy draws first because of the element of surprise, which you don't dictate just because you own a weapon, then we're gonna have get metal detectors, get metal wands, whatever. If it goes off, then send the people back to their car, put it back in your vehicle or something. Yeah.
So we're going to Alaska in December. So the movie she wants me to watch, the mother, Gail, God love her, it's Into the Wild. It's a true story. Right? With Vince Vaughn and Hal Holbrook, all these stars. And it's a true story about this young kid who kind of ran away from his home at a very, 21 years old, and goes across country because he wants to go to Alaska.
He dies, though.
And exactly. If you haven't seen it, folks, the kid dies at the end.
It's a true story.
True story. But the scenery is breathtaking.
Yeah.
And how he dies, I'll leave it up till you watch, because it was a good one. It's 2 hours and 40 minutes.
I know how he dies.
I know. So do I now.
You're an idiot, man.
But he was stupid.
There's this one comic from Memphis, Demone. I'm not even sure how to pronounce it. But basically, this guy, I guess he was trying to, like most comics do, trying to get attention.
Yeah.
They're trying to get people to pay attention to him. They're trying to say something shocking. Well, he decided to go online, I guess on Instagram. I'm going to play a little bit of the news clip that they had running here. But apparently he decided to comment on a rapper who was recently gunned down, who was recently killed.
Oh, wow.
So in turn, because he was talking about him, he got gunned down. I get it. You want to get attention, but I mean, you got to kind of measure the temperature of the room there, because he's there talking about this rapper who obviously had enough followers and obviously was, they're more real gangster. So they're going to retaliate just for remarks. So, So the guy's dead now. So it's crazy that people are reacting like that.
And I think, and that's the first comedian. That's something. I mean, I know it happens all the time, but I've never heard of like an entertainer like this, like a comedian. I'm not talking about like rappers like Tupac and Big. I'm talking about something like this where he just mentions something and then soon after gets killed himself.
Yeah, just for posting a comment online. So it's really gotten extreme when people are just trying to, obviously he's trying to be funny, or he's trying to connect. He's trying to get attention with saying something a little bit more outrageous.
Right.
But I'm sure he didn't think it was going to end up like this. This is really insane.
Yeah.
Well, here's another story. Now, this guy's kind of completely opposite direction here, because this guy was a magician comedian, and he got gunned down in Los Angeles. So that guy, like you said, he's from Fort Myers.
Yeah.
So he's from Florida. So he moved to L.A.
Yeah.
Trying to pursue his career, and he got caught in the crossfire here.
Yeah, in the wrong place at the wrong time. Now, I didn't ever get a chance to work with Matt. I have heard lots of good things because just seeing the posts last week, late last week, about people working with him and him getting murdered and him moving from Fort Myers to L.A., which is, I mean, it's just great to just go big like that, do your thing. No one had a bad word to say ever, apparently, about him. That's how cool he was. And that's just to be,
it just goes to show that there's no one thing that can cause it. I mean, it's out there and it's real. And this is happening, this is crazy that it's happening to as many entertainers at once, just in these extremes. So,
well, we had that story last week about comedians, or maybe the week before, going about like the lady on stage at the Jacksonville Comedy Zone, and Ron Hortman, our guest, knew that guy who was on stage at the time.
Yeah,
and I'm thinking, damn, man, I'm kind of glad that at least this happened wherever it happened, where this comedian got killed. I don't think it was in a comedy club, right? Was it?
No, I don't believe so. I have to pull up the story. I'll have the link to it in the thing. But yeah, the details. I don't recall exactly. But none of these happened inside the comedy club. These are just comics. Basically just going about their lives, and doing what they do.
But my point is, with more people now getting more brazen and just going on stage and storming stages, whether it be at concerts or comedy shows. And at least at concerts, you got band members and you got instruments. On a comedy stage, you got the mic stand. That's about it. I mean, otherwise you're pretty much alone up there.
That's my weapon of choice.
Yeah, right. That or the stool. I mean, that's all you got.
Yeah, I hate when they hand me a cordless mic. I'm like, hold on, I got no weapons, man.
I know, I gotta have something. Right. It's true though. You're right.
To work with here.
One is subscribe. Another one is like, comment, hit notification. And all of these words will help us grow as a channel. Back to our program.